chosen canal system as part of the heterotopia project?
I think the main reason I've used canals is because Foucault says about. I think the main reason is about what he says about boats. Boats are the perfect heterotopian space. Now, working with many different ideas, it became very apparent to me that a canal boat can be very much what people need it or want it to be. So my own personal experience is both of the canals, and spent a lot of time on canals, the industrial history behind them. So that was my initial attraction to canals. But then I spent a few months on a canal boat recovering from an illness. It gave me a respite and a way I could retreat to and put something back into as well. And so when thinking about the subject matter, to answer the question on heterotopian spaces, it became very obvious early on that this would be almost, because it was my heterotopia, to be able to use it. The use of the canal boat was more than just one thing for me, it was many different things. So the boat is more about the way the canals over the years have fallen into disrepair and have become something completely different. They're not now used for industry, but it's also the skeletisation of the condition I had and what I had at the time. And so by skeletising the canal boat, it also is skeletising the condition I had. Now, it's what the future then holds in the heterotopian space too. So what it means to lots of different people and what it's moving forward to. So in this respect, the canal boat is, in the middle, is representative of a new industry from the canals. And also new beginnings for people who live in the canals. It's a very different community. Everyone looks after each other, very much so. And so the people who I'm working with, Urban CIC, they're creating a new space out of dereliction, which is one of the heterotopian pillars. So a space out of crisis. And effectively the space they're using was completely derelict, they're given it by cart. They've now created a sanctuary, a retreat for people, they're creating new moorings, and they're using it again for industry now. And the piece in the middle is actually made by one of the industries which is actually working on the canal boat at the urban moorings. So people who own it, they have a laser cutting business and design business. And through my talk with them, they've designed that little boat in the middle. So that was produced on a boat at the moorings that this is based on.
When you mention a crisis, do you mean an emotional crisis, a financial crisis?
It was a personal crisis, and I needed to escape. Effectively, I needed to get away from the world for a bit. A good friend of mine said, "Why don't you come down to the boat? I'm an engineer by trade." And so I could repay space that she gave me but basically I spent 4 months doing the canal boat up, but it's the best therapy anybody could have. So you're living on it, you're working on it, and again this is comes down to heterotopian spaces. It's my retreat, it's the world we have outside, people being into their own thing. I think in the arts community the way to survive at the moment is the fact that we have to help each other more, and that's a good model for that in that respect.
How much input did you have in the construction of this piece?
Most of it.
Did you do the welding? Did you source the material? Did you bend the rebar?
Pretty much. I have a very good colleague called Chris Shepherd who we've been involved in various projects over the years, probably the past 20 years or so, where I've helped him, he's helped me. It was a combined effort between the two, and my partner Kate, who's kept me sane for most of this. But all the materials have been found on the canal side or by derelict sites on the canal. We've done, because Birmingham is completely full of canals, the BCM pretty much, you're not probably more than a couple of miles from a canal wherever you go. I've done a lot of urban dereliction projects or live work projects which have dealt with derelict buildings, quite a few around Smethwick and Dudley, so you are literally 2 seconds away from a canal. All the materials, apart from one or two parts, have been found objects, have been begged, borrowed, I won't say stolen, can possibly condone that. But most of the materials have been gathered over the years or found for this project. I've come up with the concept drawings, designs, gone through many different manifestations for this project. And myself and my colleague Chris, we've known each other 20 years. We kind of know the way each other think. So I'll come up with a sketch and he'll work it out, and then suddenly it's like, oh, let's get the welder out. And then the last 5 days have been pretty much constantly welding. This is my representation. Foucault is not easy reading. So to then bring an interpretation of that in a physical form is really hard. And so I think it's more about people just encouraging and drawing it out of me, which has made it so much more now that, yes, I have the confidence to do this, where I might not have had it so much before. And so I'm standing here now.